Alright, great people, in this video I'm going to show you what you need to do, the ingredients that you need to make sure you have the proper soil for your sweet potato growing needs. Let's go! What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Alright, great people, it is another beautiful day in the gardening neighborhood. I am, like I said, putting together the perfect mix for my sweet potato growing. Now I'm gonna do them in grow bags, and if I have any extra space, in 5-gallon buckets, just to see which one grows better. Not necessarily grows the fastest, but grows better overall. So make sure you stay tuned, click the bell notification, subscribe so that you can see how all of that comes together. But nonetheless, in this video we are gonna put it together, y'all. I have my mix from the big box store. Also have my, let me just show you. I don't have to say it. I'm gonna show you. Then we're gonna mix it. Then we're gonna have some fun putting it where it needs to go. Alright, great people. So what I will be using to have success is my potting mix bag soil. Now, of course, when you're buying bag soil, you want to make sure that it is conducive for a potting mix. If you are growing it in growing bags or container situations, you do not want to get gardening mix or gardening soil because that's more dense and things like that. And then when you're growing your sweet potatoes, you do want it to be airy and loose as well. So with that, that's why I'm adding my perlite there, as you can see, because that's going to make sure that my soil is nice and airy and has the space it needs adequate for the sweet potatoes to grow in the confined space. Also, you got to have your manure compost scenario because that is going to help enrich and fertilize your soil even when you're not putting down fertilizer. Speaking of, I have my good old handy dandy bone meal, which helps in growing the roots themselves. Phosphorus is what helps to grow the roots, and we know that sweet potato is a root vegetable. Therefore, in having growth, you want the sweet potatoes to grow, you want the roots to grow, and bone meal is going to help it all come together. Now, let me show you how to get the proper mix, the adequate mix, so that your soil is just right for your sweet potato slips, therefore sweet potato growth, therefore sweet potato harvest. Let's do it! Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so when you are doing the soil, I like to start off, I'm going to just show you various ways, but you want to have, like, I don't even know measurements, truth be told, but you want to try to make it a nice even mix, but you want to be more on the soil side, as well as having your compost in there and not too much perlite, okay? The perlite really is just to aerate your soil. It doesn't have any nutrient or nutrient benefits or anything like that, and so it's clearly just for purposes of making sure you have space and gaps within your soil. But the bone meal is beneficial, therefore that's why I was pretty liberal in the bone meal as well in the mix. So once you have it all there, you just throw it in your growing apparatus grow bags, and as you can see, if you follow me, you know I usually use wood just at the bottom, but I do want to maximize the growth potential for these sweet potatoes, so the soil goes all the way to the bottom in this case, okay? So I'm just respecting the process, y'all. And so here we go again. I'm doing it just to show you another way, and which I'm explaining at the end, but nonetheless I have my little fork situation to help me mix it all together, and I like it. You know, I do like having a fork there. It just helps to turn things and making sure everything is all in there as I need it to be. And what you will see is when I'm putting the soil in, I'm not packing it down, okay? Do want to make sure you don't pack it down. You want your soil to be loose, and in packing it down, you will pack it down, which will make it harder, if not impossible, for your sweet potatoes to grow in such a soil as that, okay? So a little tip for there. Also, I'm trying it again with the perlite at the bottom, with the idea that if it's at the bottom, I have a good mixture, knowing that if the perlite is mixed nicely throughout the mix, it should be mixed all together. So I do recommend putting the perlite at the bottom, because doing it that way allowed me to see and to know, Ricky, you did it right, okay? So that's that, y'all. It's just that simple, just that easy. I'm showing you, letting you know you can do it too. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so if you stick to those tips that I just shared and showed, you will be to an awfully great start awfully, is that a word? No, like you'll be off to a tremendous start to doing your sweet potatoes. As you can see, I was able to get 3 grow bags and 1 5-gallon bucket, which the white one is what you want to do. Now, I will say, for those that have been following me and growing with me along the journey, I will say to make sure you use food grade buckets, okay? I've used the Home Depot ones, I've used the Lowe's ones, and they are not food grade, okay? Well, the ones I have specifically are not food grade or graded for food consumption, growth, and things like that, transporting things and buckets or the plastic. Therefore, I recommend not to grow food in those type of buckets. What I'm going to do is, in my 5-gallon bucket situation back there where I have the Home Depot ones and the Lowe's ones, I'm going to convert those into like flowers, where I'll do zinnias and sunflowers and different things like that. Flowers that I don't want to eat, but things that I do want to see. And you know, all the different things that I will eat out of the buckets, I'll make sure they are food grade, okay? So I do recommend that to you. I did want to share that with you. So hey, avail yourself as you can, as you should, in the growing of your food. But with that being said, we have our buckets ready. I think we are good to go. Now, that ends this video, but I will do in the next video is actually plant slips, okay? I've grown sweet potato slips from potatoes that I've had in my garden before, and so with those slips, I'm now able to plant those slips now that I have the proper soil for those tips, okay? So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell notification so that you are aware when that video drops, okay? Usually it's either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Every now and then I may drop a surprise, so I don't know. Stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You'll know when it does take place. So with that being said, happy growing, you all. Happy soil, happy harvest, happy tummy, right? Happy soil, happy harvest, happy tummy. In that order, this is what you could do, starting with the soil in this video. All right, see you in the next one. Peace. Love you all. Until next time, grow.